Welcome to today's episode, where we delve into a story that could potentially redefine the geopolitics of our time: the burgeoning diplomatic efforts to bring an end to the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. This development emerges against a backdrop of prolonged military engagement that has cast a long shadow across international relations, economic stability, and regional security. The recent announcement of imminent ceasefire talks marks a pivotal moment in this deeply entrenched conflict, offering a flicker of hope that diplomacy may begin to take precedence over military confrontation. At the center of this diplomatic shift is the renewed engagement led by former President Trump, who has initiated direct communication with the leaders of both Russia and Ukraine. This move signals a significant shift in the narrative, as the stalemate on the battlefield has persisted for over 3 years, with neither side achieving a decisive victory. The announcement that negotiations will commence without delay provides a glimmer of potential progress, however fragile it may be. This is noteworthy because, until now, sustained diplomatic engagement has been scant, with previous attempts at substantial negotiations repeatedly falling short. The significance of this development cannot be overstated. The war between Russia and Ukraine has become one of the defining security crises of the decade. It has influenced global energy markets, NATO policies, and has raised pressing questions about international law and deterrence. The fact that both countries might be willing to step back from the brink of continued escalation to explore diplomatic avenues is an important narrative shift that warrants our attention. To understand the potential implications of these talks, it's important to consider the current landscape. The war has exacted a heavy toll on both nations. Ukraine has endured persistent Russian missile and drone strikes, devastating its infrastructure and civilian population. Conversely, Russia has faced its own set of challenges, grappling with Ukrainian attacks on its military and energy infrastructure. This continuous cycle of action and retaliation has kept the humanitarian burden high, with cities and critical facilities bearing the brunt of this prolonged conflict. The tentative steps towards negotiation, therefore, carry significant weight. Even a temporary ceasefire could create much-needed breathing space for humanitarian efforts, enabling prisoner exchanges and the establishment of humanitarian corridors. These steps, while small in the grand scheme of things, could alleviate some of the immediate suffering and pave the way for more comprehensive discussions on security guarantees and territorial issues. However, the path forward is fraught with challenges. The potential for talks to fail remains a real risk, which could further entrench positions and harden attitudes on both sides. Moreover, any agreement perceived as compromising too much territory or security leverage could face significant opposition domestically within both nations. The delicate nature of these negotiations cannot be underestimated, as the stakes are immeasurably high. From a broader perspective, the outcome of these talks could have far-reaching consequences. Should diplomacy gain traction, it might ease pressures on global energy and food markets, which have been significantly affected by the conflict. A de-escalation of hostilities could offer a reprieve for international systems that have been tested by the war's ripple effects. Yet, should these diplomatic efforts falter, the possibility of renewed and intensified fighting remains, with all the attendant implications for regional and international stability. In conclusion, while the announcement of ceasefire talks offers a moment of cautious optimism, it remains but a small step in the long journey towards peace. Diplomacy has moved to the forefront of efforts to resolve one of the world's most intractable conflicts, providing a critical opportunity to reshape the trajectory of the war. Whether this moment will serve as a turning point in the Russia-Ukraine conflict remains to be seen. However, it is a reminder of the enduring importance of dialogue and negotiation, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. As we continue to follow this story, it is crucial to remain hopeful yet realistic, as the future of millions depends on the outcomes of these pivotal conversations. Thank you for joining us today, and as always, we will keep you updated as this significant story unfolds.